Oh! I'm about to get 100. He gave him straight dog dick. I dropped a bomb clock money.
Expose him!
Like, understanding European soccer in 4 simple steps. A guide for Americans. You know, there's actually 2 vids of this understanding. I don't know what they mean by European soccer, but there's actually 2 videos of the understanding football and all that. But I think that's what they mean by European soccer. It's yeah, but like what the I mean by European soccer though? Like they could just call this shit football. Nah, yeah, that is a weird way to put it because it's not an American. Well, there's an American. Yeah, it would just be what the fuck. So wouldn't it just be called soccer? That's what I'm saying. I don't know what the fuck the word. Yeah, that was wacky. That was a wacky placement of words you did there, buddy. Hey man, time to start this vid. A guide for Americans. Yeah. There's definitely another video to this that's way longer, but it's short. Watch the promo to the main channel vid. Don't think that you're about to skip over that. Nah, we got another one dropping probably this week and the week after that. So yeah, let's get into this. Oh yeah, there's definitely a vid dropping this Friday. Come on, huh?
Welcome to Understanding Soccer in Europe in 4 Simple Steps, a guide for Americans. Although from the outside it may seem complex and confusing, to understand how soccer works in Europe, you really only need to know 4 things. Number 1, each country has its own soccer league. Seasons run from August to May, in which each team plays every other team twice, once at home and once on the road. Games are divided into 2 45-minute halves, and when the game is over, the winner is awarded 3 points, the loser 0, and in the event of a tie, each team gets 1 point. After each team has played all the other teams twice, the team with the most points is crowned champion of the league. They get a big trophy, a parade, and the season is over. There are no playoffs. Sort of. But more on that in a minute. Before the books are closed on the season, there is still one small bit of housekeeping to be done. Number 2, relegation. We'll use the German league as an example. Every year, when the German league has concluded and the champion has been crowned, the 3 teams with the least amount of points are kicked out of the league. This process is known as relegation. The 3 vacant spots are subsequently filled by the top 3 teams from Germany's 2nd division. And unlike, say, baseball in the US, teams in the 2nd and subsequent divisions are not owned by teams in the top division. Imagine if the Pittsburgh Pirates or Oakland Raiders had to fight at the end of each season just to stay in the league. What if instead of coasting to the
It's NFL, bro. I don't know what the fuck that even means either.
bottom for better draft picks, they were fighting to the bitter end to avoid the $40 million revenue loss that relegated teams suffer in the first year alone.
Damn. So that's like if you 8th and 7th seed, yeah, you might not be a team next season. Niggas give you negative. So what if like every single year you just last 3 -40? Nah, you're not even gonna make it, nigga. You're gonna get booted.
Not to mention the fact that in England, 9 different teams have gone financially insolvent within 5. Not to mention the fact that in England, 9 different teams have gone financially insolvent within 5 years of relegation.
Yeah, nigga.
Okay, interesting enough, you're thinking. What about that whole lack of playoffs part? Number 3. Each country also holds an elimination-style tournament, referred to as a cup. But instead of being held after the 9-month league is over, cup games are scheduled in between league games, normally in the middle of the week. One additional perk about the cup system is that teams from all levels, down to semi-professional and even some amateur teams, are invited to play, and if they do well, can progress, and occasionally even knock off a top team. So every year, these midweek elimination games continue until there are only 2 teams left, who play each other in the cup final. After 90 minutes, a cup champion is crowned, they get a trophy, and a parade. So, between the league and cup games, we get a great picture of who the best and worst teams in each country are. But wait a second, you ask. What would happen if the best teams from each country in Europe all got together and played each other? Good idea. Number 4. The resulting competition is called the UEFA Champions League, and it is without a doubt the single greatest club competition of any sport anywhere in the world, period. Think of the NCAA tournament, but with better quality of play, more than double the fan base, and quadruple the enthusiasm. And yes, Europe even has their own version of the NIT as well. So, through a complex and drawn-out process, teams from all over Europe compete just to qualify for this tournament. And starting each September, the top 32 teams are put into 8 groups of 4. Each team plays the other members of its group 2 times, once at home and once on the road. Come December, the winner and runner-up from each group move on to the knockout round.
16.
And this is where club soccer is at its finest. Teams are paired up individually and again play one home and one away game, with the winner from each pair moving on to the next round until only 2 teams remain. The Champions League final is then held as a single game each year in May. And unless it's the World Cup year, this is the most important soccer game of the year. After 90 minutes, a champion is crowned, the trophy is awarded, parades commence, and all clubs go on break until the madness fires back up again in August. So, to review, number 1, each country has its own league. Number 2, the worst teams are kicked out of the league and replaced by the best teams from the next division down. Number 3, throughout the year, each country also holds a playoff-type tournament called a cup. And number 4, the UEFA Champions League is a tournament involving all of Europe and is the most important competition in all of club soccer.
I kind of know that Champions League shit. I feel like there's definitely way more to... Oh my... Whoosh. Damn. To get in depth with this, so yeah. We're definitely going to into that other vid, but... Yeah. That was pretty basic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the whole relegation shit or, yeah, that one right there.
Fighting for their lives.
Nah, I didn't know that one, but yeah, I definitely knew about... Matter of fact, each country has its own league.
Jet.
Cup, knew about the cup, knew about Champions League. Yeah, each country has its own league. Though I'm not sure if niggas knew that, but I guess it makes sense. Since you feel me, they're about to listen. Just tune into the other football bids. We're gonna keep watching informative stuff like this. Keep commenting it. Again, we got social media so you can tap into us other ways, Snapchat, IG, whatever you want to feel me. We got TikTok as well. We are posting. We recorded a Reddit video yesterday, so that's going out this month. Video this Friday, like I said before. Love y'all, Wavy Nation. Let's go up. 70,000 real soon, y'all. Let's go up. Let's go up. Let's go up. Make sure the video's pinned in the comments. Yes, sir.